are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between our visitors and the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week. But all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on first down, Hawkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted right away. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Hawkins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Play action. Hawkins to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game. Hard to believe that they could mount that long of a drive and come up with nothing on the scoreboard.
It can be disheartening, it can be frustrating, and can also cause some anger. Because when that happens, that type of a drive, and you come up empty, you're really looking for someone to blame, and you start pointing fingers at each other.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 113 yards, and a score.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Hawkins. He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
And his kick is indeed good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. And give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Looking to throw. Hawkins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. From the gun on 3rd down. Hawkins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Back to throw. Hawkins. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He finds his man. Complete. That's Schmidt.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Houston's offense taking over again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Hawkins. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it breaks up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. The defense was ready for the run-pass option. Diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
And the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, You've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Looking to throw. Hawkins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. To throw on third down. Hawkins. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Hawkins. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action here on first down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Back to the air on 2nd down. Hawkins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Hawkins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 4. And this This will be caught by his big wide receiver. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those 2 teams approach halftime. The Seahawks locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Lions looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. The Dolphins trying to hold on and claim victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And this tells the story right here. As a unit, negative yards passing through 2 quarters of play. That is something you almost never see. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And on now is the punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. To throw on 2nd down. Hawkins throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. From the gun on 3rd down. Hawkins looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hawkins going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit.
Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hawkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schmidt. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself, because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And now out comes Houston.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Hawkins.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the return will stop right around the 25.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Hawkins. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Aftershocks have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston set to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. The offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Hawkins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A third down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Hawkins. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
On third down, Hawkins. And my goodness, another interception. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Throwing after the interception. Hawkins going for the deep ball. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Hawkins. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw on 2nd down, Hawkins. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Hawkins. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. 2nd and 1. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Back to throw here.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the 2nd half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the 1st, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Following the fumble recovery, Hawkins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Back to throw. Hawkins. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Hawkins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Hawkins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's taken inside his own 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they can pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for our visitors, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.